Hey, everybody, I'm so excited. How are you? Guess what? It's Lana Realtor Diva, and I am here today on Spilling the Tea on Real Estate. How y'all doing?
Hi, and I'm Victoria Garay. We are both Illinois licensed realtors with Exit Strategy Realty in Chicago.
Yes, maybe everywhere soon. I'm just kidding. Anyway, guys, can you believe almost over 2021 is almost a finale? We made it. Whew.
Yes.
It's been a
And
long
this
2021, I think, but then it's all of a sudden ramped up super fast. Like, wait, slow down, pump the brakes.
exactly, I feel like the year was kind of dragging, and now the end of the year is flying by. And it seems like every day of the week we're super busy with some type of holiday party for our friends, our family, work events, plus trying to process these deals.
Right. We have like super exciting tonight exit strategies holiday party where we got to get all glammed up, or at least we come in glammed because we're divas. So that's what we do. But it's going to be so exciting tonight to see all the people because we didn't have our Christmas party last year, right? I don't think
Right,
so.
right.
So this is exciting because this is a really big deal for exit. So any exit people out there, we'll see you tonight. But it is like also the real time for real estate. Y'all like that? That's my real time for real estate. It gets real for us right now. Like it's the end of the year. So every closing from like that you've had that's lingering in our little list, if it doesn't close, we get like anxiety. So we have like everybody's trying to close. It's the biggest, I think probably we should ask James if this is the biggest closing at the last 5 seconds moments because I feel like everybody's ours have been lingering and all of a sudden we're closing like crazy, right?
Yes, thankfully. I was going to say a lot of ours have been kind of iffy, or we thought they were going to close before, and now they're all coming through. So I know you've made a few announcements on social media about a few clear to close that we've received recently,
Yes.
a couple close deals. So we are excited to finally get these things wrapped up.
Yes. So I'm still a little nervous because we do have a few families that we're not quite sure they're going to be in, but we are hoping and praying they're in by New Year's Eve, right? So we know they're not going to work on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Sometimes we get some closes on New Year's Eve. I think we have. I think if it's not a Saturday. And so we hope that these people get in. But look, it's also one of my clients was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to move when there's snow. But look, it's better than not moving at all, right? That's the chance. And we live in
Exactly.
Chicago. Like we could move in like 12 inches. We could move in 50 inches. We could move in like blizzard rain. We're prepared. We're prepared.
Yes, and we can't really control the snow. We know that we've had a good year, but sometimes it snows early, sometimes it snows late. So we just have to work with what we have.
Right. So guys, let me tell you some stats that are kind of fun. You won't believe it though. It's 2021 stats that are saying like where were the most closes, like who closed the most volume or the most highest price or whatever. So number one, no, not number one. I'm sorry, number four is Indianapolis. Do y'all
No,
believe that?
really?
Out of
Indianapolis?
10, out of 10, Indianapolis. I'm not going.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Indianapolis. I'm sorry, Indiana. If we got people out there, I love y'all. I'm not going. And number four, what is bringing people there? Please, right below, guys, tell me some ideas. Like, why do we think that it got the number four top housing market of the whole 50 states? Top four.
Hmm.
So, also, the first one. I don't know if there are any guesses out here. People want to write us something, some guesses for the first one. I don't think this would have been my first choice. Would this have been yours, Victoria?
No, not at all.
I don't know where I think might have been the first. I might say like Seattle or something. That might have been my first. Arizona.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know.
see that.
Florida, but then people are kind of like tired of Florida. I don't know. Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, just you got to say Georgia, but Atlanta is Georgia. I don't know.
Right.
Not Salt Lake City, Utah. Not Salt Lake City, Utah. Did not think that that was number one. And their housing average in Salt Lake City is the average, guys. That's the middle, not the top, not the bottom. 564,000 is their middle.
Yeah, that's quite a
Salt Lake
feat.
City.
I would not have thought that about Salt Lake at all. But those aren't the areas we work. So that's why it's important to know your local areas because these are surprises to us for sure.
Yeah, in Indianapolis, they they increased by 20% from last year. Like during COVID, 20% in Indiana. Okay, I guess I got to get off of it. I'm still a little like Chicago. We did not make the list. Okay, just want to let y'all know we were not on it. So, but anyway, we will keep up. If you guys want to know any more of that list, just let us know. We can send you all of the list. But we will we'll let you know.
Yes. So we're always trying to bring you fun facts. If you guys see anything interesting, send them to us so we can share. So another fun fact that we have is that our guest today is quite exciting. We have James Hampton. So
Yes,
he's a
guys, I'm so
lender.
excited.
So he's going to be on later in the show to talk about some opportunities and just bringing money. So just ways that you can get money to purchase, different programs you may qualify for. So make sure you start getting those questions together, even if you're not ready to buy right now. Just he can help you prepare, or even if you are ready right now, if you have any last minute questions, start getting those together, and you can actually start posting them now or start DMing us, and then we'll make sure to get them answered for you today.
Look, I got it. I'm ready for y'all. Instant message me right now and tell me a question. If you don't feel like putting it out here for everybody to see, I got you. But
Right, right.
hey,
That's why we always give you that option. We know you may not want everyone to know that you're thinking about moving or want anyone in your business. So always feel free to contact us directly if you don't want to put it in the comments.
yes. So get that pen and paper out too, because sometimes these notes that we go over here, you can watch our video all day long if you want to. You can rerun it, you can run it, you can share it with your friends, but sometimes you might want notes to yourself. So get out your paper because he's coming. Um, but first, let's not forget our listing pick of the week, baby. Okay. So we are in an area that we are not usually in, and it's interesting because it's a south suburb, and I just did not realize that we have not gone to the suburbs this year. So
Yeah.
we need to think about that next year. We need to diversify ourselves. I don't know what it is. Okay, we got to do something. We got to get us out here. So if there's areas that you all might want us to go visit, talk about, find property in, go below. Talk to us. We want to hear from you. We might be putting out some what you want to see, what you want us to do. People that might want to come on the show and make some surprise visits. We might do a
Yes.
surprise visit time. You never know what might happen in 2022. So let's get ready to check out this video.
Okay. So yes, this is going to be a video of a property in South Holland from our someone in our office. Miss Cass has allowed us to showcase her property. Okay, so you'll see the video here. It's a beautiful property. And we did see that the population of South Holland is 21,677,
Wow.
and they have a lot of community focused events. So everything we looked about South Holland had like the mayor had coffee with people. Like they have like a standing appointment. They did a tree lighting recently, and they have like weekly events with the fire department or the police department. So they seem to really be community involved.
Yeah, and it also I noticed that they did like a cleanup thing for the community in South Holland, which is super cool. Like a group, all everybody volunteers and cleans up South Holland, which I'm sure every neighborhood could use that. Um, They also on the living report card, we checked that they are got an A minus, which is a pretty high rating. We saw people did not have this high rating for outdoor activities. Who would have thought in South Holland you could hang
Yeah.
outside? So we found out there's a lot of outside things there to do. And plus, you notice that that house, there's a great yard. That house was a 3 bed, 2 bathroom, attached garage. Why are attached garages such a bonus? Let's think. Because while I'm cleaning my car off for 4 hours in the morning, and me and Victoria call each other, and sometimes I have to save her because she's in a mound over by her. The trucks go by, there's a mound over her car. Can't even see the car. We might clean off somebody else's car. We don't even know. And it's usually like I have to get my mind right. Now, yeah, I don't have to
Mhm.
get your mind right. You just go in the garage and walk in your house. Love it.
Yes, definitely a big perk there. So definitely keep that in mind because that's one that you can ask James about to see if he has any, if it qualifies for any of the programs that he has. Some programs are location based. And if you were here with us on the last show, you would have seen that we mentioned some condos that we had in South Shore for under 60K. And there are a few that are still available. So if you are interested in those, please contact us and we'll make sure to give you the direct listing for those.
Yeah, that's a really good idea to talk to James because I think he has like so much knowledge and he has things that we may not know about. So the best person to talk about is who does the job, right? And guys, those properties that are 60K, they're in a building where nobody rents. So you wouldn't have any like transient people coming in and out of your building. Um, and so that's always cool. And so if you're interested or you want details, again, like Victoria said, start writing in the comments now, but you can always get up with us. But if you want to share here, we'll find it. If you want to inbox one of us, we'll also be able to help you see any of those properties or any of the properties that you want to see. We got everything, okay? We show everywhere, believe me. So what are we waiting for now? We're going to jump into talking to our guest. I'm so excited to have him here. He's like a this is like a headliner, y'all, to have on the last show. This is a big dog here that we have, and he's a senior lender. He's been in. I want to ask him in real life, like he's been in at least 18 years, but maybe we don't want to say how long because we'll tell his age, right? Because he started when he was 5. So, but we want to welcome here, and we're so glad to have him. Hey, how are you?
Hello. Hey, Lana. Hey, Victoria.
Hi,
Hi, James.
How are you
So
guys?
always
we're
a
great.
pleasure to see you and have your expertise. So we're excited to have you here today because
Well,
you are
thanks for
someone that we
having me.
always, yes, thank you for joining us. And we always learn so much from you just because I feel like you're just very transparent, very honest about what you're capable of, what we should do for our clients. So we're excited to be able to share this knowledge with everyone else because I know sometimes they only get to you once they're actually in the deal. So we're excited. Um,
Hey,
let's
Tierra,
see.
we got one of your team showing up already. A
Yes,
support.
love the
That's the
support.
support team. Yes.
Awesome.
So
So I heard you guys guessing about how long I've been in the industry.
Yes.
yes.
So I am going into my 21st year.
Woo!
Yes,
Wow.
I
yes.
only gave you
So
18. Okay.
yeah, the gray is now starting to tell off on me. So I can no longer hide it. It's my it's my tell all.
Oh, okay. Well, we know you started at 5, so we're cool.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome.
Oh, there's another teammate. Hey, Kai, how are
Yes,
you?
Kylie.
Oh, Nick's in the building. What's up,
Hey,
Nick?
Nick.
Hey.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome to
So
have the
one
wonderful support. Yeah,
Yes.
yes. So that's one thing we can say is your team is great. And that's one of the things that we love. So we see that firsthand here. You see the team is here supporting.
absolutely.
And they're streamlined and they fast. We like it.
So we did want to ask
Absolutely.
about first time home buyers.
Absolutely. Okay.
So people think if they're not a first time home buyer that there are no programs for them, no assistance that they can get. Is this true? Are the programs really only geared to first time home buyers?
You know what? That is a great question, and often get asked that question because a lot of people do believe that if you're if you're not a first-time home buyer, there's no grant assistance available for you, and that could be further from the truth. You are allowed, whether you are first-time home buyer or not, to receive grant assistance if qualified. One of the things that most grant programs will stipulate is that you can't own at one time more than two properties. There was a long time it was only one, but it's actually most of the grant programs are now allowing you to actually own two. So if you lived in a home now and you want to keep it converted to, a rental where you're going to become a landlord and then move into a different property, that second property can qualify for grant assistance as long as it's going to be occupied by yourself and your family. So, great question, and definitely a myth that needed to be busted for sure.
Yeah. So that's big about the two homes because I didn't know that. So
Mhm.
that's good to put in our little tool chest for us to know. But what is considered a first time buyer? Like, is someone a first time buyer only one time in life, or are they a first time buyer again?
Right. So, what we consider in the mortgage industry a first time home buyer is someone who has not owned a property or real estate in the last 3 years. So, you could have owned a property back in 2005 or what have you, and have been renting since and maybe sold it or whatever the case is. And as long as you haven't owned a property in the last 3 years, you are then considered a first time home buyer.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And we know a lot of things come into play with the interest rate, but if they take advantage of one of these programs, one of these assistance programs, does that automatically mean that their interest rate will be higher?
That is not the case necessarily. There are some grant programs certainly that just based upon the program itself may come with a higher interest, but there are a lot of grant programs that allow you to take advantage of the market rates and get the grant to assist with your down payment. So certainly, while there are some programs that do come with a higher rate, that is not always the case. And that's why I always suggest, that, a client when they're ready, have a conversation, with someone like myself so we can talk through because there are a lot of misconceptions out there about, grants or first time home buyers and things of that nature. You really want to get with a qualified lender and they can certainly answer all of those questions. But yeah, no, there's a lot of times you can take advantage of the great market rates that we're seeing right now without it and take advantage of the grant.
That's
Yeah.
cool. And so to get into these grant programs, I know every single one is different with different qualifications, but is there like a target credit score that you would suggest that people out here work towards? I mean, 700, 750, 800 is what we should all want. But if they're just
Right,
trying to
right,
work to get a good grant, like,
right.
where do you think they need to be at?
Yeah, right. We all aspire to be our best, but there's some times where we're working towards that, and we want to take advantage of home ownership, as everyone should. And so the grant programs will start. Generally, you're going to want to be around a 620. They can go down to as low as 600. Ideally, to be able to maximize, both grant and market rate, 640 is kind of an ideal scenario. But again, they start as low as 600.
Oh, wow, 600. That's good.
Mhm.
We're
Absolutely.
going to be working with people this year on credit. We're going to be doing a vision boarding. I know we're into vision boarding, so
Absolutely.
we have gotten
Absolutely.
some people through a lot with our vision boarding, their goals, and we've gotten some people through the process of buying. And the house was in there in January, and they're buying in March. So that's cool. So we will be working on telling people 620, 640 is your target
Yeah.
area.
And that's the thing. I'm constantly, telling clients when I talk to a client, I don't you don't clients don't hear no from me. They may hear not now, right? Because there is just a plan that we need to put in place to get them in a position where they can qualify. There are mortgages available for clients who have as low as a 580 credit score. Now, at that range, you won't be able to get a grant, but certainly, we are in the holiday season, right? We mortgages you are allowed completely to receive a gift. So instead of having that parent buy you that nice sweater or whatever the case
Right.
is. They can just give you a cash gift that
Yes.
you can use towards your home. So many, many different ways to take advantage of becoming a homeowner for sure.
Yeah, and just with the holidays and people spending and doing stuff, we always hope that people listen to our things of if you're going to buy a house, don't buy a car. If you're going to buy a
Please,
house,
please
don't
don't.
open up new credit, right? Is that right?
Please, please. That is correct. Oh, the worst thing you can do is go out and, in your short-term goals, you want to buy a house and you go out and buy that new car. It is much easier to buy an auto than it is to buy a home. So I'd say, if you want to prioritize, you know, get that home first, then go get the car. Because
Right.
it will just limit your buying power, and you want to be in your position where you can maximize that and get exactly what you want that's going to fit, you and your family for sure.
Yeah, because in my video that I have, my biggest thing is, do you want a car crib? Because you're going to be living in the car. Because the people don't understand the impact, and they also don't think you guys are going to find out. Like, you're going to know. Probably the best person to
Yes.
tell everything to is your lender, but they try to tell y'all that nothing. You're going to know. I just don't get it. Like, you're going to know.
Be transparent with your lender, because the more we know, the better armed we are to assist you. You are definitely preaching to the choir when you say that. The reality is, even though we don't pull multiple credit reports, the underwriters
Right.
do have the ability to see if there have been any additional inquiries since the loan application began. So you want to really be mindful of that. You can wait to house the or to furnish the home until after closing. I've
Right.
had that happen. you
We
know,
have to.
yeah, you don't want to go to RH before you close.
Right. And they say, oh, it was on layaway. It was 100, it was 80% off if I bought a couch that day. Yeah, okay. It still
Yeah,
counts.
absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
So, is there anything that you would say is some tip that people should know? I mean, there's so many, but one big statement you want to preach to the choir or something?
Well, I would say is, a lot of people I talk to is taking a convincing to get to a position where they talk to me, right? They go to their realtors like yourselves, and just out of fear, they won't have that conversation. They'll say, "Oh, I want to wait, I want to wait, I want to wait," because within themselves they think, "Oh my God, there's no way I'm going to qualify," and that's fear driven. And you hear
Yes.
things in the news. Oh, it's difficult to get homes. It's difficult to get mortgages. Only the perfect can get a mortgage, and that is so not true. So I would say, let the fear go. Have that conversation, with a qualified lender, and they will show you if they're good. I like to think, I don't want to pat myself on the shoulder, but or back, I guess it is. But if they're a good lender, they're going to give you, even if it's not now, right, give you a pathway to homeownership. And I think that that's the best thing you can do, right? Because we my dad always told me, if you don't plan to succeed, you automatically plan to fail. So plan, plan, plan. Never too early to start that conversation.
Right. Well,
Yes,
this
thank
has
you
been
for that.
so great.
Yes, thank you. Because we get a lot
Like,
of people who are wanting to purchase in a year or 2 years, but they don't realize they should
Absolutely.
talk to you to start creating that plan. So thank you. I'm glad we
Absolutely.
hear from you and not just us. Like
Yeah.
we
right.
really want
Yeah.
people to know what they're actively working towards, know what the goals
Right.
and the small tasks should be. So thank you for sharing today. Thank you for sharing your
My
expertise.
pleasure. My
If we do get
pleasure.
more, yeah, if we do get more questions, we will send them to you, because people will be messaging us as they see this later. So we'll definitely put them in contact with you and send them to you.
Look
Thank you
forward
so
to
much
it.
for your time.
My pleasure. Happy holidays to everyone. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
Happy
you too.
holidays. See
Take
you
care.
soon.
All right.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Wow, that was so good. I don't even want to go on with the show. I think we could say drop the mic. Usually I think I'm the best ending, but I think that was the best ending, I must say. So we will not be dropping the mic because we are going to be moving on to, I don't know if we've mentioned this or not, but I'm going to cry. This is our last show today.
Our last show of the year.
Of the year. I was just kidding. Ha! So of the year. So that's kind of bad, but we are looking forward to doing some new exciting stuff for 2022. But can't leave without tea. I
Of
mean, what would
course.
the world do if we didn't wrap up with some tea for the year? Um, and this is not your just average eggnog or spiced cider, y'all. This is some real fun holiday spirited tea out here.
Yes, this is some good Chicago holiday tea. It involves a fellow agent who had a goal to make his Christmas tree bigger than his house. Yes,
Well, that's a goal that I didn't wake up with today. I don't know. I mean, if you all want a house that we can find you that your tree could fit in that's 20 feet tall, we're out here to look for that. I would be up for the challenge.
definitely up for the challenge. So, yes, he has a 20-foot tree that actually goes through the roof of his home and the tree spins. It's a lot.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me that this guy put this tree in the house. It goes
hmm
through the roof. So clearly, if it goes through the roof, he had to put a hole in his roof to. Doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know.
So absolutely not. That's the one secret he shared was don't put a hole in
Oh,
your roof.
okay.
Do not.
So the one rule of 20-foot trees in houses is don't put a hole in your roof.
Don't
Mm.
put a hole in your roof. But he is being he's keeping the rest of his secrets himself about how he set it up. And they're getting a lot of people driving by to see it because it's a beautifully decorated tree that is, like I said, 20 feet tall, full of Christmas decorations. It's spinning. It's causing a lot of people, I guess, on that block to come. It's one of the little holiday attractions for that area. You know, people go drive around and see the Christmas lights. So that's cool
Yeah,
to have in the Chicago neighborhood.
right. So we saw it, and it was outside the roof. But what I can't remember was the top spinning, just the bottom.
Yes, all of it,
The
the
top
whole
was
thing.
spinning.
Yes.
Get out of here. We're about to go find this tree. That's the thing. It didn't tell us where the tree was. So how can
No,
I look at it?
we have
If
to do some
someone's seen
further
the tree,
investigation.
okay, tell me because I'll spend a little minute between showings and go take a look at the spinning 20-foot disco light ball looking tree. Look. Is everybody have their stuff up yet? Do you have your decorations up, Victoria?
I do not. So that story makes me want to get in the holiday spirit and decorate, but I have not done that yet. I just have not had the chance. So it's looking a little
Mm.
barren here. How are you doing over there? I see your
Mm.
holiday
I'm
plants in the
thinking that
background.
I know a company actually. Honey Box. Is that what it's called? Honey Box. Yes, they did my birthday.
hmm
I know y'all watched me. Every fan of me watched. Okay, they may come and help me with that, right? Could I hire them because I want to do it and I don't want to take it down. I don't want to do it. I don't like it.
I just want to see it. I want to come home and be like, oh, this is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes. Oh, here she is. There's one of the people
Oh,
that own it. Look, she's right here with us, Kai. And look, so she could come and put up our decorations because I like to look at it. I just don't want to do it and have to take it down. Oh, I might call her. She thinks I'm playing. She might have a whole person. I need her next week. Like, can y'all
they
come
would
next week?
do
I'm gonna hit her.
they would do a much better job than I would do anyway. So that is definitely a thought.
And I'm not the type that likes it to look like Santa's living in here. I don't want him to be living like some houses are a little too much. I like it to be classy, not like living here with me. Like I don't want to wake up to like fake fireplaces. I got a real one. I don't want a fake one, and I don't want like
So
Santa's butt coming out of the fireplace. I've seen it. Like I just told you the other night, I saw one. Someone had like a big flat elf peeking over someone's fence. I thought it was cute though, but not at my house.
right, I think it's cute, but that's not how I want mine either.
Yeah,
but
classy.
So yeah, hopefully this gets anyone excited. If you are thinking about purchasing, you can purchase in time to decorate for next year. So that will be an exciting goal to have.
Yes. And guess what? We have some goals here at uh, Still in Tea. We are thinking about having an Xmas, or no, a Christmas special, kind of like Whitney and Bobby. Does anybody remember the Whitney and Bobby Christmas special?
I'm telling you, I don't think we made it to that point yet. I don't think
Oh,
we're at a Whitney and Bobby
oh.
Christmas special
Because
level quite yet.
I just happened to notice Bobby had a lot of kids in there. I just not trying to say anything, just saying a lot of kids came on stage. So if you guys have a lot of family, like Victoria was saying, sometimes it's too much family. You need separation in the house. Like ours, like some of us go to the basement at my mom's, some of us go. I sometimes go to the attic. No one knows about it. Attic. Someone doesn't know about the Whitney and Bobby, or they do. I don't know. Tell us if you remember watching that show, because I remember kids just kept coming on out to sing or something. I don't even know. It was a big deal. Okay, we might have it, but I guess Victoria says we're not that big yet. Just wait until 2023, y'all. So we might, though, working with our producer. He doesn't know this yet, so I don't know if he's ready for it. But we might do a blooper reel for y'all. Is that what it's called? Hey, I just did some. I feel young. Is it called reel? Reel? Okay, so we might have some blooper reels coming because you know what? We think we do these shows perfectly, but as you can tell, sometimes when I move, uh, ring light.
There it goes.
There it is. Y'all might see that. That's kind of a blooper right there. I pointed it out on my own self. So we might do that. It might be kind of fun, and it might have some highlights from shows that were really good because we had a lot of highlights with James today that people are going to want to re-see.
Yes.
But there are some bloopers. Not going to
I'm
tell you what they
excited.
are, but I think we might have to. We might have a few.
I'm excited to review the shows to see the highlights and get those together. But I think we're gonna find more bloopers than we than we
Oh,
think.
because we think we're
And that's
stars,
gonna be
yeah.
that's gonna be fun.
It is. It is. And we're going to work with our producer so he will not be alone because he may not think that we have bloopers. We may not think some things are bloopers that are bloopers, right? He might tell us that we were a whole day of bloopers. I don't know. But, okay, guys, have an awesome holiday. Please be safe out here. Um, we do know COVID is still a thing. So when you're going to your holiday parties, or like we're going tonight, we got to be careful. I just want to make sure we see all of you guys back in 2022. If you have suggestions for the show, this is my serious face. Okay, bring them to us. We we really, really want to get better, and we want some more sponsorship, and we want different sponsorships. So if you are wanting to be a part of it, let us know. If you want a commercial on the show, we might even add that in. So let us know. And anything we want to add, Victoria, before we leave for the big year?
For the year, no. But like she said, we're really open to feedback as we're planning for next year. You may see some surveys coming your way so that you can give
Yes.
us some feedback. So yeah, thank you all who have watched and who have supported us, and hopefully you've learned and grown with us this year. So we're excited to take
Yep, if
all
we
of
touched
this.
one of you, we're happy. If one of you
Yes,
took something from this is good. And that made us warm and fuzzy inside. But we've gotten lots of nice comments, I should say, in my inbox over the year, which has been very encouraging because I was kind of wondering if we were going to do this again. But I think it's on. It's coming up, guys. We'll be back. So we want you guys to be safe, be great, and be well, and have an awesome weekend and holiday. Take care.
bye.
Wait, wait. Victoria, where is everyone going? Is everyone leaving?
Yes, Lana. The show's over.
But wait, I have more to say. Is my mic still on? Can they hear me? What if they have more questions?
Well, they can always contact us.
How? How will they reach us after this show?
If you have any questions, our contact information is on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you again in a couple weeks.